Yo, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. First off, I would like to explain that in this video I forgot to mute my computer mic, so you guys will hear a decent amount of background noise. My apologies. I didn't realize that the mic was unmuted, but this time, the next video I will make sure to remember to mute the mic. It was that I got a little bit confused. I was trying to test out the OBS Studio, because I got some things coming later this year, so I've been trying some things out. But yeah, so sorry for that background music. But last episode we did some exploring and some adventurous things that we couldn't do before we took down the Infernal Coat. Today's episode we'll make our way back to Shaded Forest, where our journey first began into the Dark Cultist lab, or hidden base, and yeah, taking on some stuff there and seeing what happens. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. As you guys can see, off screen I also evolved our Delta Dino into a Delta Hydreigon. Yeah, this is gonna be the final team for the main series game. I'm definitely gonna end up changing it for post game, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, you guys, please make sure you guys subscribe so we hit our road to 500 subscribers 2025, and let me know what you guys want to see on the channel for future videos. And that's all I said. Without further ado, it's been Thermał and I'm out. Peace. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please remember to like on the video and subscribe. Next episode we'll be making our way through the cultist base and seeing what happens. But hope you guys enjoyed the series. Like I always say, I don't really know what happened in the last video, but I'm gonna look past that because it's better to have a positive mindset about things. So I'm trying to have a positive mindset about it. But if you guys do have any tips or suggestions for the channel, to benefit it, please let me know in the comments down below, and it will greatly benefit me and you guys, so you guys can see better videos. And yeah guys, like I said though. But yeah, without further ado, Thermał and I'm out. Peace.